and welcome to tonight's video. I am so excited to have you here with me to explore the world of ASMR in different languages. I hope it's going to be very relaxing, even with my sometimes terrible accents and pronunciation, but we'll see how we get on. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'm a little bit of a shopaholic. I am. And I am constantly shopping for ASMR props and all things to do with sort of tech and things like that, especially earbuds, because I am always losing them, and you guys know that to enjoy ASMR to the fullest, you need good earbuds. Now, I picked up an amazing pair. I have them in my pocket right here, which look very similar to a very popular brand, but these were under £10. And I picked these up on AliExpress while shopping through the Letyshops app. Now, Letyshops is a free cashback site. You can shop on web, mobile app, or through a browser extension. And again, it is free to use. And it can help you claim cashback of up to 30% on your purchases from over 2,000 stores. So I've got a bit of a list here because I have a terrible memory. But you can get cashback on stores like Macy's, Walmart, Microsoft, Samsung, Etsy, Nike, Sephora, ASOS, and as I said, AliExpress. And honestly, guys, it is so simple, and especially my favourite AliExpress, you get some amazing bargains, and then to be able to claim cashback on top of that is just amazing. I'll show you how it works on the mobile app, which is how I typically like to shop. So what you'll do is you will log in and create your free account, and then literally you can browse all the different shops that you would normally shop from. Pick a shop. It will take you, through to that shopping website. Make your purchase, and the cashback will be instantly credited to your account. It's that simple. It's also worth mentioning that the money and the payout is so easy. All stores have a little bit of a different policy on sort of how quickly they pay out, but you should, once you've shopped, be able to request a payout to your PayPal. It's so simple. So, if you guys would like to try this for yourself, register now at Letyshops and get your free premium account with 30% plus cashback on your first week of purchases. Register now and start shopping smarter with my link in the description below. It's so simple, guys, and I want you to start earning some extra cashback. So go and do it. Go and check it out. Okay, right, let's get to learning some languages, shall we? Okay, right, and the name is... yes, perfect. They should be due any time now. Yes, please come in. Hello there, nice to meet you. Make your way in and take a seat in front of me. Thanks. Lovely. Well, it's lovely to meet you. Welcome to your private languages tuition session. How are you today? Oh, good. Well, I have to say that I don't really like all the formalities of the sort of teacher this, teacher that, so you can just call me Lucy. Perfect. Well then, I think we should just get straight into things. Fantastic. Have you got a notebook and pen with you? Yeah, no problem. You're actually my last student of the day, so there's no particular rush. Yeah, so what we will be doing is, I always find it useful when we spell out the words as well and sort of break down how we think they're pronounced. Yeah, so that's all I'll be asking you to note down along with me. Great. So, just to get an idea of your sort of language capabilities, this is an sort of intermediate style class. Great. Okay. Well, I say intermediate just because obviously you'll have gone through all the basics in the beginner sessions. But now we're focusing on sort of different, more niche areas of languages. Okay, so today I know that you mentioned a little while ago, I believe I taught you in French, last year. And I was hearing you saying something about ASMR. Yes, well, I'm a fan too. Yes, and so I thought what would be fun today is if we picked 20 different languages and we sort of looked at different relaxing, sleepy kind of words in those languages. A little bit of fun to get us started, why not? Absolutely, I always think it's so important with lesson number 1, you should do something interesting. Well then, if you're ready, I've got my clipboard here, okay? And we're just going to begin with French. We are. So I know you are excellent at French. So the word we're going to be focusing on here means sleep, slumber, rest. Okay, and it is le sommeil. Le sommeil. Very, very simple. So let's do a little bit of practice now. So le sommeil. Le sommeil. Very good. And let's spell that out together now. So obviously L E, good, space S O M M E I L. So the way I decided to break that down was le, just how it is. So instead of having a short sounding so, just like the English SO, I've added more of an H to that, so it becomes so. A little bit softer. And then for the MEIL portion, we've gone for more of a may, MEY kind of sound. So would you like to note that down? Wonderful. I'll make a couple of notes with how you're getting along as we go along. We can always come back to some. Great. Okay. So the next one is Italian. Now this is the word for calm. Would you like to take a guess at what it could be? And there's a hint in that it is very similar. No, honestly, it's not that different. It's not. So it simply is Calma. Calma. So it's simply calm, but with an A on the end. And I think the best thing to do is let's break down again how we've focused that pronunciation. Okay, so the spelling is C A L M A, and the pronunciation, I've split it into two portions. So the cal at the beginning, the C-A-L, becomes again a little bit longer, a little bit softer, so more of a cal, cal, calma, calma, calma. So C-A-H-L for that first portion, and then just ma for the last bit. And then group it together and say it back to me. Calma, calma, calma. Good, very, very good. I like to make sure that we go through everything nice and slowly, bit by bit, just to make sure you get everything. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can stop me and ask. Okay, right, let me do my little note for this one. Good. Now, the next language is Spanish, and we're going to look at the word for sleepy. Okay, sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Such a lovely word in itself, but let's look at the Spanish version. So, the Spanish is sonolienta, 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 sonolienta. And if you'd like to note this down, okay, now it's a little bit longer than the first two. So we got an S-O-N accent, of course, over the top. Great. O-L-I-E-N-T-A. Very good. I can see you're clearly very good at Spanish. Well done. So just so you've got a record of the breakdown of pronunciation for each one, let's talk through that now. Great. So the first section, again, very similar to the two there, or are we on two? Yes, this is number 3. Losing track already. So very much like the first two, that in English would be quite short sounds. We're sort of extending a little bit. So rather than saying so, we go more so. So an S-O-H kind of sound. And again, this is just me comparing them to my English accent. These would of course sound different in all different accents around the world. So this is just me with my English accent, just recommending how I would say them. Okay, so we've got S-O-H as the little first bit, and then again that short N-O becomes the slightly longer N-O-H. Okay, seeing a bit of a pattern here. Good. The le, again a bit like the le in French, and then enter. So we have sonolienta, sonolienta, sonolienta. And it almost sounds a little bit lyrical, doesn't it? Sonolienta, Very good. And would you be able to put that in a sentence for me? Excellent. Wow. That was done very well. Very good. Okay, then we move on to number 4. And number 4 is Portuguese. Okay, so we're looking at the Portuguese for bedtime. Now this is hora de dormir. Okay, so H-O-R-A, hora, good, D-E, and then dormir, D-O-R-M-I-R. So as you'll notice, this is quite a simple breakdown really. We just simply take the H off the beginning and we focus more on the O, hora. The D becomes quite the same really, so hora di, and then dormir becomes D-O-R-M-E-E-R. So would you like to say that back to me now? Hora di dormir. Good, excellent. Yep, just double check the spelling, of course. So we had hora, H-O-R-A, space D-E, space D-O-R-M-I-R. Oh, sorry, did I give you an extra I? Oh, sorry. Very good pronunciation though, well done. Okay, let's try German. Alright, do you have any experience with the German language at all? Okay, well let's have a go at this then. Alright. Okay, so this is the German for tired, and it simply is Müde. Müde. Okay, now the spelling for this is M-U-D-E, little accent, yep, above the U, good. And the pronunciation is mu. So that M-U, which may be more of like a mew sound in English, becomes more of a moo. And then the D-E becomes more of a da. Müde. I am feeling müde. And let me hear you say that again. Good. Well then, let's swiftly move on to Dutch. Okay, so we are looking at the word good night. Alright, and it goes as follows. Welterusten. And it's spelt like this. W-E-L-T-E-R-U-S-T-E-N. And the pronunciation, instead of being that W sound, becomes a V. And it breaks down to Velta, V-E-L-T-A, Ru, so like a Ru with a double O, okay, Ru, and then Ste, S-T-E. So it's quite different, isn't it, than the actual spelling of the word. Yes, so we're not pronouncing that N on the end. Exactly. Would you like to practice a bit now? Welterusten. Good, I think you're getting the hang of it now. Okay, great. Let's make a couple of notes there. Now, I have to say, the next few are a little bit tricky. They are, but we're going to work through them and you're going to be learning something new, I'm sure, which is always exciting. Exactly. Okay then, so the next one is Ukrainian. Have you ever learned any Ukrainian before? No? Okay, well this is the Ukrainian word for rest. So this is Відпочинок. 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 Okay, now I will allow you to copy this from my pad here rather than me trying to read it out to you. Alright? No, take your time, that's fine. And you can see, of course, my pronunciation breakdown there as well. So I suppose the only letter recognisable in English is the beginning with the B. Now that again becomes that V sound. Okay, so vid. Počinok. Відпочинок. Exactly. Very good. And lots of different languages have lots of similarities. So whilst you may not be fluent in one and you may be fluent in another, you can always try to pick up little bits, you know? Good work, good work. One to practice. Great. Now the next one is Filipino. Yes, and this is their word for soothing. I always think soothing is such a comforting word. Soothing. Lovely. So let's hear the Filipino, which is, now, bear with me for this one because I have to say this is a new one for me. So, Nakapapawing pagod. Nakapapawing pagod. Yep. Now, again, this is one of those that takes a little bit of practice. So let's try and say it together. Nakapapawing pagod. Nakapapawing pagod. Okay, so I'll give you the spelling. Now, it is pretty much spelt like how it's said. So it's Nakapapawing. So that's the Nakapapawing. So you've got the Naka, the Papa, and the wing. Nakapapawing. Pagod. So that's P-A-G-O-D. So it's more of that long kind of P-A-H sound rather than the shorter P-A. Okay, so let's try it together, shall we, again? Okay. Nakapapawing pagod. Nakapapawing pagod. Good, excellent. Well done, that was a tricky one. Well done. Right, let's move on to a slightly shorter one for you, and this is in Turkish. And this is Turkish for bed. Have you got any ideas? Not quite. So it's actually Yatak. So this is spelt Y-A-T-A-K. And the pronunciation is slightly longer, so it's Yatak, Yatak. So it's just slightly longer on the end. Yep, so I've got it down as Y-A-H rather than that sort of Y-A shorter sound. So ya. And then instead of the shorter tak, we've gone for dog. Yatak, Yatak. More of a double A sound. Good. Wow. We are almost on to my second page. We have just got Greek left on this page, so shall we have a go? Wonderful. And then what we'll do is we'll go through the rest and we'll just come back to any that you're a little bit more unsure of. Great. Okay, so this is the Greek for calming. Calming. Which again is such a lovely word, isn't it? Calming. So nice. So this is Iremia. 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 And again, what I will do is I'll let you copy from my pad here. So it starts with an H, and then you just note that down. Yep, and if you want to write down the breakdown as well. Perfect. So let's practice that again. So, Iremia, Iremia. Good, very good. Right, just make a couple of notes. Wonderful. Well, we've got through our first 10. Let's move on to the others. Okay, now the next one is Swedish, and it's the Swedish for tingle. You know, those classic ASMR tingles. Yep, so it's not quite tingles, but it's tingle. Okay, and this is Pirra. 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 So it's spelt Pirra, and the pronunciation is more like P, so that's short PI, and then again we've gone for more of our RAH sound. Pirra. 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 Very good. Well, you've clearly got a natural way with languages. Very good, very good. Okay, are we all right to move on? I'm not rushing you too much. You sure? I couldn't help but notice you looking at your Fitbit there. Oh, okay. No, that's no problem. That's no problem. Right, let's get through these then, shall we? Yeah. Okay, no problem. Now the next one is Korean for resting. Okay, and the pronunciation for this is husi. Husi. A bit like Lucy, I suppose. Husi. Husi. So, again, I will let you copy the symbols there. And we break it down, I'll just sort of tell you as you're writing. We break it down into more of a hu, hu, and then an si. Husi. Yeah, of course, you note that down. Alright. So let me hear you say that. Husi. Husi. Good. Okay. Let's make a couple of notes there. And then we've just got 8 to go. Alright. So next up we have Danish. Now, I love a Danish pastry. Oh, love it. So, the Danish for night is what we're looking at this time, and that is nat, or nat, knit, knit, knit. It's spelt N-A-T, but it's got a little bit of a sort of I sound in there, so like neat, neat, knit. Yes, just like that. Very good. Have you used that word before? Fantastic. Oh, good. Well, we can tick that off our list, can't we? Excellent. Well then, we've got some interesting ones here coming up. We have the Estonian for evening, and this is one I really like actually. It's Ohtul. 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 Okay, and the spelling is O with an accent, H-T-U-L, and we've broken it down into oof as in oof, double O-F, and then the T-U-L. So Ohtul, Ohtul, Ohtul. Very good. Wow, these second page ones you are clearly an expert at. Very good. Now, have you ever learned any Macedonian? No? Okay, then we're going to learn some now. You are going to learn some now. So we're looking at the Macedonian for insomnia, and that goes like ne sonika, ne sonika, ne sonika. And again, this is one I'm going to let you copy. It just begins with H-E-C-O. Then we have some letters here if you'd like to copy. Yep, and then just note down the pronunciation there. So it's very much the ne and then sonika. Good. Okay, let's practice that together. So, ne sonika, ne sonika, ne sonika. Good, I can hear you got, the pronunciation very good. Well, you are vastly becoming my star pupil. Excellent. It's so important to really try and listen and tune yourself into these lessons. You get so much more out of it. Very good. Just block out those distractions. Exactly. Okay. Right then, we are on to our last 5. Okay, so this next one is Thai, and it's the Thai for resting again. So I think we had resting in Korean, didn't we? Yep, so we're looking at the Thai for resting. So, what do you reckon? Any guesses? Not quite. So this is pakpon, 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 pakpon. This is quite a good one to say. It is. So let me show you how it's spelled. Feel free to copy down. And I think it's so much easier to do it this way, breaking it down. Got it? Yep. So let's practice that together now. So pakpon, 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 pakpon. Good. Okay. Right, are you ready for the final 4? Good. So we're going to be looking at the Polish for dream. Now, I've been to Poland and it's such a lovely place. I went to Warsaw. Oh, so beautiful. The people are so friendly and welcoming, and it's actually a lovely language when you hear it natively spoken. Yeah, really, really nice. So let's have a go at it. So this is quite a good one to say. Śnicz, 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 śnicz. And it's spelled S-N-I-C. Yep, just like that. Perfect. And the pronunciation we're looking at is sort of like an SCH and then an N-E-E-C-H. So we're dragging it out a little bit. Schnitsch. 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 Good. Well done. Well done. You're doing so well. You are. Okay. Right, the final three. Ooh, what will they be? Any guesses? The languages we're going to look at? Oh, you may have got one there. Yep. So the next one we're going to look at is actually Icelandic. And this is Icelandic for snooze. Snooze. Such a good word. Snooze. And this is blunda. 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 And this is spelt B-L-U-N-D-A-R. And it's pronounced, again, a very common theme here. It seems to be a little bit longer than it sounds. So in English, if I was reading this, I may read that as blunder. Blunder. That's how I may read it. But in the Icelandic, it's more of a balloon da. Balloon da. So a little bit like you're saying balloon, but you're not really saying the A. Blunda. Blunda. Excellent. Just say that back for me one more time. Top marks. Yes, excellent. Right then, the next one is what you guessed, and it is Hungarian. Yes. So a little bit of my heritage there. Yes. And this is the Hungarian for dreamy. So this is al-morozo. 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 Quite nice, isn't it? It's quite a nice sound. So this is A with your good. L-M-O-D-O-Z-O. And the rest of this sort of word sounds very much how it's pronounced. I've only extended that first AL just a little bit. Just a little bit. So why don't you read that back to me? Excellent. Well, we are ready for the last one. And can you guess what it is? Well, there is a language that we haven't touched on. Of course, there are many languages in the world that we haven't touched on. But I couldn't leave out English. How could I leave out English? So as you've worked so hard, we'll finish on a little bit of English. So what do you think of when you hear ASMR? What words come to mind? Yep, so tingles, good. Sleep, 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 good. Oh, cozy, cozy, cozy. Oh, bedtime, bedtime, bedtime. Good, good. Well done. Well, let's take a moment to just go back over any that you're a little bit unsure of, and then I will let you be on your way. Okay. So just from this page, what did we have trouble with here? I think you were good. This one, and this one, and this one. The Korean. Do you want to practice that a little bit? Yep. So the husi, husi, husi. That's better already. Better already. Well done. Let's grab the other page now. Now from here, the Filipino. Yeah, the Nakapapawing pagod. Nakapapawing pagod. It's so close. It's so close. Do you want to try it one more time? Nakapapawing pagod. Good. I think that's great. And I don't think that there were any others, were there? No? Well, wonderful. Well, what I would like you to do as a little bit of homework is I'd like you to go back home and practice using those words in sentences. Okay? Yep, and then when you come back, we'll have a little practice again, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Fantastic. Do you have any other questions at all? You sure? Okay then. Well, it's been a pleasure teaching you today, and should you have any other questions, you can always pop me an email or, knock on the classroom door. Alright? Fantastic. Alright, let you gather your stuff up. Just pop that back on there. Good. Alright, got everything? Yeah. Oh, don't forget your pen. Lovely. Alright, yep. Yep, no problem. I'll see you again then in, about a week and a half then. Great. Okay, well, you have a wonderful rest of the day. Okay. Bye. Bye. Yeah, could you close it? Yeah, thank you. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay then, well, that's me done for the day. So let me just finish writing these notes, and then home time. Perfect. Time for a bit of pack pon. Okay.